So yeah, yesterday what we have seen is about SSH, like what is SSH and what is and what is the purpose of that and how to configure that all these things. Is the main use of it. Let me rephrase it again. SSH is a communication protocol. Like we use this protocol to connect to our Linux servers. Linux only, not Windows, because there won't be any SSH protocol in Windows. So we use this SSH protocol, and this has a port number 22. So 22 is the default port number. So already I've shown you how to change the port number if it is required. I mean, not mandatory. If sometimes 22 port is occupied by something else already, so you can't use same port for multiple things. So multiple services. I mean, so that's why you can change the port if you want. I mean, not really necessary. And what we have seen is we have seen how to log in with a switch. I mean, from one server to another server, and how to log in without password. That also we have seen. Like let's say every time we use SSH by default, it asks for a password if it is there. So it's difficult, to type a password every time, right? So we have configured the SSH to disable the password. I mean, you shouldn't be asking the password every time when I log in because you may log in every day. So every day, maybe multiple times in a single day. So it will be difficult to type a password. Maybe easy password 1 2 3 4 something like that. It's easy, but in organizations, no one uses those passwords. It will be very difficult passwords, some random passwords to make it secure. So that's why you can't just type password every time. So the requirement is to log into servers using keys without the password. How to use the keys that we have seen yesterday? Like we generate the keys through SSH, and there will be a public key and a private key. By default, those names will be ID underscore RSA, and public key is ID underscore RSA dot pub. So you'll be copying the public key to the server to which you want to log in without password. And for the first time, it asks password. I mean, obviously. So from next time onwards, it won't ask. So we have to generate a key, share the public key. I think I showed you the command yesterday, sh-copy-id command, which will share the public key to the server where you want to log in without. Let's say a similar case. I have 100 servers, and from my server, I mean from my Linux machine, I want to connect to all those 100 machines without password. Same thing, you have to do it 100 times. You have to copy your key to all those 100 servers. From the next time onwards, you don't need, password at all. But how to do it? We can't do 100 missions, right? These topics will come later in DevOps when we start working, I mean, when we start going through those topics. But for now, let's say 100 servers, we did it manually. I mean, like we generated a key already. One time key generation is enough. I mean, no need to generate multiple times. So the one key will be sharing to all the missions. No need of generating multiple keys. So there is no requirement like that. So today, I mean, yesterday we have seen how to sorry, how to connect, how to connect to the server without password. Now today we will see same SSH, how to copy files and folders from one server to another server. Like let's say this is server one, this is server two, one two. You can see, right? So from one to two, I want to copy a file. How to do it? I mean, as of now, I logged in from server one to two. It's fine. Simple login is not enough, right? There will be cases. I mean, definitely there will be cases to you know there will be cases to copy the files. Not there will be. Definitely there's going to be. So at the time, what to do? So for these SSH provided commands, so you can copy files from one server to another server. So the first command is SCP. SCP means secure copy. So what happens is like this SCP is part of SSH secure shell. I mean, whatever we have discussed, SSH, I mean yesterday. This SCP is a part of this one. When you use a command SCP, internally it uses SSH itself. Got it right? So let's say if there is no SSH communication between server 1 and server 2 and you're trying to copy a file with SCP, it will ask for the password, obviously. But in our case, what happened now? We have already established a connection between server 1 and server 2 without the password, right? Yesterday. So now it shouldn't be asking the password. So when we copy from server 1 to server 2, it shouldn't be asking the password. Let's see the command how it works. So let's create a file touch test file. Now this is in one server and I want to copy to this server. So there is no files here. I want to copy here. So don't get confused about these two things because server 1 is EC2 user, server 2 is Ubuntu. So I just created this differently so that you can differentiate what is server 1, what is server 2. Let's say how the command structure will be is, let me write here SCP. I mean, obviously we want to copy. Next, source. What you want to copy? Let's say test file. That is a source, obviously. Where you want to copy? Destination. Sorry, destination. To where you want to copy? Source is what you want to copy. Destination is where you want to copy. So this is the format, simple. This is how the command looks like. Let's see the original thing. Now we copy the test file. So SCP copy. What is the source? Test file, right? Test file. Or if the path is in different folder, we can simply give slash home slash EC2-user test file. I think this is the, yeah. You can give the full path, no problem. Now, where you want to copy? Destination. So I want to copy to, sorry, I want to copy to this server. And what is the path? To this folder. So I want to copy here. I mean, I want to copy from server 1. So we have server 1. And where to copy server 2? Server 2 and in the server 2 to this folder. Let's say I want to copy. What is the IP address? Server IP you have to give our host name, colon, the path where you want to copy. Let's say the IP is not the IP, right? So we have to get the IP here. What is the server to IP? This is the server to public IP address. Yes. Go here, remove the IP and simply paste it. So this is the command, what it looks like. Let's say, so SCP or SCP command slash home EC2 user whatever it is. It's a source where it is. So in this server, the file is in this path. So I gave the path. And now where you want to copy. This is the destination server. I mean, this is the server I want to copy. In the server, I want to give the folder. So let's say as an example, someone asked me that, to show me some shop. Where is this Decathlon or something? So what usually we'll say, so Decathlon is in Banirghata Road, some street, something, and on second floor or third floor, usually like that. This is a clear address of where it is. Let's say he asked me where is Decathlon, and I told it's in Banirghata Road. But where? It's a bigger, right? Road. The road is bigger. Where he will copy it? Where he'll go? Where he'll go and look into the shop. Let's say if you say some landmark near PVR or something, so it's easy to figure out. Correct. Similarly, here also we are telling the SCP the exact location where to copy. So this is the IP, server IP, and this is the path within that server, within that mission server to whatever we are copying. Got it right? So now this file will be copied to this server and it will place in this path. Let's see. Enter. It's asking yes or no. Just keep yes. It is asking for password because I restarted the mission yesterday. I mean, I stopped the mission. I just started it. The password is wrong. Oh, sorry. This user does not have a password. My bad. Let me use sudo. Yes. Root password is, I think, yeah, I know it, if I remember. Oh, did I give something wrong? Password? Let me set the password. I forgot the password. Let me set it. Yes, SWD. Now let me try whether it will work or not. Okay, I'll tell you why it's not working. First, let's copy it first. I'll explain later. Let's use this user. Let me set the password overseas. Ah, that's okay. I remember the password. What the? Yeah, I remember the password now. That's okay. So I changed the command a little bit. Let me explain you once it is working. It's copied. If you see the file, it's copied. See, let's go to this path, this server and this path. Let's go here. This is the path. Yeah, home Ubuntu file. Yes, the file came. See, this is how SCP works. Now I've changed it a little bit. If you see, I added a user at the rate in the destination. So what does it mean is this mean copy to this server. Sorry, this means copy to this server and in this path exactly. Now I added Ubuntu at what is this mean is this is a username. This is a username in this server, whatever the username. Yeah, Ubuntu is a username. So here what's happening is I'm telling that while copying, use this user. Use this user to copy the file into that server too. So now what happened is I'm going into some apartment, let's say. Watchman will ask, right, where you're going, some details. If you are valid, I mean authenticated or some thumbprint or something, or if you take some signature in notes, then only they'll allow you. That's like a verification, validation. Simply here also, we are giving this Ubuntu user because the Ubuntu user is the gateway. I mean, like if you server one is trying to copy to server two, but why should server allow? So that's why I'm telling copy as a Ubuntu user. Use this user to copy the file into this server, into this path. Now we know the Ubuntu password, obviously, so it worked. If I don't know the Ubuntu password, I mean, I use this user password, it will fail, obviously. Let me try again. Like blah 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 something. I gave the wrong password. See, permission denied. This way. But why, if you observe here, I didn't mention any user, but it took root because when you don't mention any user, it will take root by default. And even though I gave password for root, it's throwing permission denied because root is not allowed by default, remote to use remotely. If you remember yesterday, I told you there is an option called here permit root login. Somewhere it will be here. Yes, permit root login. See, so this has to be yes. Mostly it won't. It will be no in organization, but we'll just keep it yes. That's okay. Yeah, obviously it won't save. I didn't use sudo. Oh, I made a change. What I have to do? Restart the service. Just one second. Restart SSHD. Done. Ah, come on. Sorry, I'm forgetting. Yes, done. Got it. I mean, if you don't, I mean, this is the original command. If you don't mention any user, it will take the root by default. So obviously in any organization, so they won't allow the root by default. So you have to use like this only. I mean, you have to use the destination like user at the host name and colon the path. It means use this user to copy the file in this server. I mean, whatever this IP address, colon in this path. Correct? This is how you do it. So now, sorry, as of now, any doubts, any questions, anything? I guess no. Okay, let's continue. Let's say I'll copy the folder now. Get here test. So test folder is created. Now let's try to copy this same command I'll use. What happened? It was stuck. Ah, sorry. Let's use same command and I'll simply change my folder name is test and test also in the same path. Let's copy one, two. It's thrown in error. It's throwing an error. See, failed to upload a file from blah 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 something. This is the source, obviously. This is the destination because we gave here. It's saying file. Why? Because it's a folder. Let's try like this. Mhm. It's copied. It didn't throw any error anymore. Why? Because see, a folder may contain multiple files, right? So SCP, when you use normal SCP command directly, it will just copy a file, not folders. Because folder don't use folder. I mean directory. Directory will have one or more files, multiple files. So SCP can't handle that. That's why when you are copying a directory, use -r argument. Use sudo SCP. I mean SCP -r means recursively. It means copy whatever is present in the directory. So then it will copy. Let's see. Yeah, see folder came. Of course, there are no files in folder, but yeah, folder came. These are the SCP commands. Got it? So is it clear? So only two commands are there for SCP as of now. One thing is copying, another thing is copying a directory with -r argument. Now let's say I have a scenario now, a little different scenario. So as of now, what I'm doing, I'm copying from server 1 to server 2. Now it's reverse. I want to copy from server 1 to server 2, same scenario, but currently I'm in server 2. So earlier what we did, we were in server 1 and from that server we are copied to server 2. So it's straightforward. I mean source and destination. Now what's happening is we are in server 2 now. We can't go to server 1. So from being present in the server 2, we want to copy a file from server 1 to server 2. Let's say, let me open a paint maybe. Yep, let me just type it. It'll be easy. So server 1, server 2, server 1, and I did SCP command copied, I mean, copied file from here to server 2. I am here. It means I'm here means I was logged into server 1 when I was copying. The file belongs to server 1, so I just copied. Now let's hear server 2. Got the file from server 1. Now as of now what happened is from here we copied here. Now I want something different. From here I'll be here. I want to copy file from here. Scenario is same. but the situation is different. Like now I logged into server 2. Now from server 2 itself, I want to copy a file from server 1. Is this, is it okay? I mean, is it understandable what I'm saying currently? If any doubts, ask me. Yeah. Any doubts in this scenario? What I'm explaining now. Okay. All right. Yeah. So now what is my scenario? From server being in server 2. I mean, I am present in server 2. From here, I want to copy file from here. Now what happened? Server 1 became the source. Server 2 is destination. Similar thing, same thing, right? But what will change? Let's see. Now, sorry, let me create a, sorry, let me create a file, test file 2. Now let me go here, SCP. What you want to copy? The test file 2, right? Where is the test file? It's in server 1. Now what you have to give? The user of the server 1 at, what is the IP of the server 1? Mm, colon, where is the file? So this is the source. And what is the destination slash home? Ubuntu. Yes, it will ask for password 123. I no, sorry, my bad. Because use it to someone cloud. Please mute yourself. Okay, let me just try now. I used the wrong user. Sorry. No such failure directory. What did I give wrong? Home is it user. What is the file? tstfile2. tstfile2. Yeah, that's correct. I gave the wrong IP. I gave the server 2 IP. This is the server 1 IP, right? The file is in server 1. So I have to copy file from server 1. Let's clear all this. Let's come again. So SCP, where from where you want to copy the source. So sorry, the source is my server 1 IP address. And where is the path slash home slash user2 hyphen user slash this file 2. And what is the destination slash home slash ubuntu? Yes, 123. Permission denied. Do I? Let me just try again. Have I not allowed it? Oh, come on. Mhm. Let's try. Mhm. Yeah, it's copied. Sorry. See, let's see. The file came here. So what's happening here is, I mean, what has happened earlier is, let's say, we copied from server 1 to 2 or A to B, whatever it is. So at that time, what happened? We were present in the server. I mean, we were logged into server 1. So the file is present in server 1. So we just gave source as the file path and destination is the user of the remote server at the remote IP colon the remote path. I mean, the remote path means the server 2 path. So it worked. Now here what's happening is we were in we are in server 2. I mean, we logged into server 2. Now same scenario. I'm present in the server 2. Now I want to copy file from server 1 to 2. So now what we have to give, you are in server 2. So destination is, you can give simply a path because you are already present in that machine. Source you have to change because the source is the remote server. I mean another server, right? So that you have to give user at the rate the IP address colon slash whatever the path. So this is how. So this is how you copy. So the command, the syntax, the source and destination will change based on where you are logged in currently. Got it, right? What I'm saying. So if you're in one server and in that server there is a file you want to copy, so you simply define the source, just the file path. But if you're in different server and you want to copy file from another server, you have to give the source as that server, the remote server with the IP and all. So is it okay? Is it understandable? I mean, any doubts? Any doubts so far?
No.
No? Okay. This is about SCP. That's it. There are only two commands, or let's say three. If you want to copy a directory, so you simply add -r. Now there is one more command. So before going to that command, let's see the disadvantage of SCP. See, SCP is working fine, right? I mean, we're just copying the files and directories. It's cool. I mean, why we need to bother about it? Why we need to have a different command? Why? Because SCP have a disadvantage. Let's say you're copying something, a file. Let's say this test file you're copying to some server. It'll copy. And second time you're copying the same file. I mean, what you did is you just modified the file. You added some few lines of something, and you want to copy the file because the changes want to reflect, right? So you copy the file second time again. So what SCP will do is it will copy the whole file again. Let's say this test file is 10 GB size. You copied the file. So 10 GB, it will take maybe around 5 to 6 minutes. So it copied. Now you made some changes to the file and it's 11 GB now. So 1 GB extra came from last time what you copied. So what our requirement is, it should copy only what we have updated. I mean, the new 1 GB size is there, data is there, right? It should copy only that one, right? Generally. But SCP, what it will do, it will copy the whole file again. I mean, the 11 GB it will copy again. It's a little, not really good approach. I mean, I'm not saying SCP, is bad. No one uses something like that. Everyone uses SCP. But there is something other command also which everyone uses along with SCP or which everyone uses more than SCP. The command is called rsync. This is the command. The format is same. Instead of SCP, just we use rsync. That's it. Let's create a file. Test. Hi. Hello. Blah blah something whatever. Let's say this file. It's there. It's created at 11:34. Please do remember this. Now I want to copy this file to that another server, wherever it is. So now we use rsync. Rsync. What is the source? Test. This is the file. Or you can simply give the full path. What is the destination? Ubuntu at the rate, I mean the server to IP. Same format. Whatever you use for SCP, it will be same format. IP colon what is the path slash home slash Ubuntu. Correct? Let's see, it's asking for password, enter. It's copied. Let's see. It is copied. Yeah, wait, sorry. It got stuck 1 minute. Come on. Is it copied? Yeah, test file came. Test file came. See, 11:34, same time, right? Now I'll update something in the test file. I'll add maybe two more lines. Let me just see. Same command, rsync command was what is 123. It's copied. Let's go to the server. The file exists. The content also came. So here what's happening is with rsync, it won't copy the complete file. It will copy only what are the necessary changes. So it will copy only which are changed or which are updated from the last time. That's it. That it will only copy that one. Even same with the folders also. Let me let me create a folder here. Var test folder. Don't say folder. I mean just saying. Touch one. I copied. Sorry, I created. Now rsync. Same command I have to use. But same thing. I don't do a directory means I have an R I have to give. It's copied. So is it present where I'm copying?
You copied test file,
Oh, sorry.
not directly.
Correct. 1, 2, 3. It's copied. Let's see. Yep, it came. But if you see the folder didn't came. No, the files only came, one of the folder. That's why what we have to do is you have to change the command a little bit. So I have to add a few arguments to this command. So that now what happens? This will copy the folder, not just files, whatever inside it. Got it right? Let's see those. Let's see what are those arguments, how to pass. And what I told you, like it will copy only the changes, not really the whole things again, right? How to see that? Let's try that also. So now let's take a scenario. Let's create a file again. Test. I created a test file inside this directory, test folder, whatever the name. Now what I want, the requirement is it should copy only test file, not the whole things. Because this already copied. I don't want to copy it. Correct? So it should copy only one file. Let's try that. So I'll add something called -v. Now it's syncing. So that's okay. We have used -v for the first time and it copied everything and it tracking it. So now let's try again. Test folder, touch, test to one. Now let's see. 1, 2, 3. It just copies only one file. I know it will be, it will show the whole thing, but it will copying only one file. So I mean whatever the latest changes that we have seen. So here what's happening is with rsync is same as SCP. Copying the files, copying the directory, same thing. Nothing really changes. Even the command is same if you observe, I mean. But the only thing is it will copy only the latest directory. Sorry, the latest changes. Let's say I changed the file, you just copy the changes, not the whole file again from beginning. Let's say if I created a folder and inside I just created a file newly. rsync will just copy the only the new file. So what happens is like this will this rsync will try to compare first. I mean, okay, whether the directory exists or not. If the directory exists, the files exist or not. If the files exist, what happens? Sorry, if the file exists, what are the changes? If there are changes, sorry, if there are changes, it will only copy those changes. So many will use rsync compared to SCP. Many will use even we are. I mean, of course, we use SCP also. It's not like it's not important or something like that. But rsync is more powerful because in generally you don't just copy empty files. I mean, these are empty files just for testing, right? In Office, you don't do like that. You'll copy some huge files. At that time, I don't want to copy the huge files every time with SCP. So that's why I use rsync. So what happens? Rsync don't copy whole file. It just copies only the changes which are not present in the server. I mean, wherever we are copying to. Same thing. So that's why it's easy, right? Our time. The only thing the changes here is the time taking process. So this is about rsync. Commands are same. The only difference is this one. That's it. And remaining commands all are same. I mean, -v you can simply add. If you don't want, you don't need to add it. It'll just print you the verbose list. So that's it about SCP and rsync. Why I told specifically today, why I want to close this topic is these are these rsync the commands SCP belongs to SSH. So I don't want you to again take this class on Monday. By the time you'll be forgetting the SSH. That's why just trying to finish it so that you'll remember the topic. Got it? So yeah, I think that's it for today. I mean, I don't want to take too much time on weekends. I don't want to waste your time also. So any doubts so far? And one more thing I wanted to say before asking doubts. Please be available on Telegram. So I don't want to message personally again, class is there, blah blah something like that. But please be available. Make sure you are available in Telegram. Like if I message something, try to reply it, try to see it. So that's one thing.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Any doubts in today's class?
Do we able to copy compress the file? I mean the tar file, tar.json.
I mean, there is a tar file. You want to copy it?
Yes.
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay.
See, tar, zip file, or whatever it is, it does not matter. It's just a file, right? It's just a file. You can copy it. Let's create a tar. Tar, I think you know these commands already. We covered this. Slash test copy dot tar dot gz test folder. So see, tar file is there. Now I want to copy it. SCP test copy destination root at the rate, or you can use Ubuntu, whatever the user. Sorry. What is the IP address of server 2? Yeah, this one. IP address or hostname, anything. Paste it. Slash home slash Ubuntu password. See, it's copied. Let's check it here whether it is present or not. Ah, come on, not again. Just a minute. It does not matter about the extinction, right? It does not really matter. Finally, whatever the extension is, ABC or XYZ or TOR or zip something, whatever it is, ultimately it's a file. It's just a file. So what is the purpose of SCP and rsync? Copying the files and directories, no matter what the extension. See, it's same. That's it. Now you can enter here. tar xvz test copy. Sorry. See, it came. See, test folder came along with those files. That's it. Anything. It does not matter. Python files, Java files, whatever it is. They are just files. Don't worry about the extensions. So extension means .txt, .xyz, .py or Java, something like that. So All those are files only. That's it. But based on the extension, we just we decide that like which which it belongs to. That's it. So extensions are nothing but to identify what type of file it is. That's it. But ultimately, it's a file only. If you see .py, it means okay, it's a Python file. If you see like a .sh, oh, it's a shell file. If you see like a .java, okay, it's a Java file. But ultimately, it's a file. So you copy it. That's it. So yeah, that's it. I mean, so is it clear?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. I think this is the first doubt someone asked in the class from almost 13 days. So any other doubts so far? Any other doubts? Anything? Any doubts? Okay, I guess I'll take it as a no. Yeah, that's okay. That's it for today's class. Please do practice these commands, and we'll meet on Monday morning 7 o'clock. Okay. Yeah. Happy weekend, everyone. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.